One of the things that's particularly neat about middle school in a Montessori setting is that the focus is on something called valorization, which is basically that we see those students as the amazing people they are becoming, even when they don't see themselves that way. And you see it in the people that they become. They live up to everything that we expect of them and then some.
We like to use the term the school of social life for middle school because the students are constantly looking to each other and learning from each other, and we find that that's the best way.
Having that mix gives you like a sense of maturity and how to like act around older people and younger people and same age people.
In middle school, students have a lot of choice in what to do with their work. So in any subject and what they're given, it won't be you need to do A, then B, then C. It'll be in this, you need to show me that you are exploring and mastering these concepts, and here are the options that you can do, or you can come up with an option of your own and propose that to me. So the more ownership and the more responsibilities you give the students, the more they're going to want to learn and want to be a part of what's going on. That's them not only learning to take ownership, but also learning time management skills and organization skills and really being in charge of how they use their time efficiently.
So what it takes to be successful here at MCHD is just an open mind, even though it might seem a bit different compared to other schools. It's structured in a way that teaches anyone.
The teachers give you the work they think you can handle, and if you prove to them that it's too easy, they'll move you up. That way they're not just having you sit there and do the same thing over and over again.
It was a way where you were learning at a pace that you were comfortable with. So if you weren't necessarily super good at something, they would say, all right, well, try this, and maybe you can work your way back up to that. And there was never any feeling of like, oh, I'm not good enough, I can't do this. It was more just like, I mean, I'll get there. Everyone is at their own pace. So I think that really helped a lot.
Parents can be assured that when their child finishes school with us, they will have been exposed to and supported in being successful in every academic requirement of the state. Every child's a unique individual. We can't say that every child will be excellent at math or every child will be excellent at science, but every child will have been exposed to all of those core standards and then quite a bit more because of the breadth of the Montessori curriculum. But one of the things that really makes the middle school special is that the children are engaging in work of the hands. So they're getting their hands dirty, they're getting into the gardens, they're working in their bodies. That's a piece of what they need at that age. It's all about the hands, the heart, and the mind in middle school. The work of the heart is the piece of where they are in the community, socially, their responsibility to the greater good. And then there's the work of the mind, which is the academic piece and being able to move themselves forward in that realm as well. So we want to honor all three pieces in middle school, and that's what the curriculum does. Another thing that's kind of cool about middle school and Montessori is that we honor their natural rhythms and cycles. We give them their beginning period of time from at 8:30, they get to go do PE first and just get their heads on and get into their bodies.
Everyone knows everybody else. The community is really small and it's tight-knit, and there's nowhere to hide, especially because the classroom is a circle since it's located inside the silo. So there really are no corners, either figuratively or literally, and they're the ones who will draw each other out and know what's going on within the community.
The other thing that's just really cool about MCHD is we had a student who came here who wasn't very excited to learn, and he was told at all of his other schools that he was, like a bad kid and wasn't gonna get far in life. But then when he started coming to MCHD, I think all the aggression just kind of left from him, and he realized like, okay, I can make it, and I think that as much as MCHD is good for students who are inspired to learn, it's just as good for students who maybe aren't so much inspired.
Success doesn't always look like getting a perfect grade on a test. Success looks like persevering through something that was really challenging. And every time my students take on one of those risks, it feels like a personal success for me.
Our true purpose in education is to help them discover how to evolve and adjust and find their own passion, their own joy, and follow it.
MCHD taught me how to think for myself.
I think it's just a really good place to get inspired.
In Montessori Middle School, we're not educating the students for high school, we're educating them for life. and the things that they will need for everything that comes along in their lives.